This is To Be Quite Honest, the podcast. And today's topic, we're going to be discussing investment, dating, and marriage. So basically, the topic for today is just, investments in general. If you're dating, can you invest with your partner? If you're married, can you invest with your partner? Would you invest with your partner? And with us, we have two special guests.
Very special.
Very special.
Very
All our guests are
special.
always very special. And we have with us Seun Ogunlana.
Seun, say hi.
Hi.
Maybe just tell us a bit of what you do.
Okay. My name is Seun Ogunlana. I work in a real estate company. I am an operations analyst.
Okay.
That is handling everything post sale. So data, analytics for clients, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice, Seun. Thank you for joining us today. It's
Thank
very
you.
nice to have
Thank
you.
you for having me.
And our second guest is Mr. David. So Mr. David Lamini is one half of the company that owns travel agencies. It's called D&P Travels.
Yeah.
D&P Travels.
Yes.
So we're glad to have you. Tell us a bit about yourself, what you do, what your company does.
Thank you for having me. My name is David Lamini. Like she said, what we do is we package tours
Okay.
for people to different destinations around the world. Basically, that's what we do.
Okay. And
Yes.
you've been in business for how long now?
Since 2010. That's
Wow.
12 years.
Ooh, time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
I know, right?
But tell me, you also are in the business with your wife?
Yes.
Okay, so how did you guys get there? How did you start off?
So I used to work for Airtel, and then I think later I moved to Etisalat.
Okay.
She used to work for a company called Unique, something along that line.
Oh,
Unique
okay.
Trade Center. I can't remember. So she used to be the one that planned trips for all their customers, because usually they have this exhibition in London. They call it the Best of Nigerians, where they take Nigerian companies
Oh,
who
okay.
want to
Maybe enter that market.
they want to enter the European market, so they want to have partners in Europe. So they go to London. So what she does is she markets the trip. She goes to radio to talk about the trip, sometimes on television, and she goes to bring all these corporate clients. So they come with the company to go to London to exhibit their company and talk about their company.
Okay.
Either get customers or get partners and all that. So that's what she did that for 5-6 years.
Mhm.
So when we got married, she stopped working for the company and she said she wanted to start her own. And I said, okay, no problem. Let's start.
I got
And
you.
she
So,
started,
check.
and a few months down the line, I got tired of working for telecoms. I said, you know what?
I'm coming in.
I'm quitting.
Really?
Yes. So I quit. I didn't know what I was going to do next. And I think one day we just started talking and he said, okay, why don't you let's just do this together. I said, okay, why not? And so we just started.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like literally like, okay, so I want to ask you something now. So I know you guys, again, just like that started, but how did you work out because, doing a business together is a huge investment, right?
Yes.
Because it's your wife.
Yes.
And then you also live together and you are married and then you have kids.
Yes, we
So great. So now you're a family unit, but what I'm trying to ask, long and short to all of this is, you're like, what are the legal ramifications? How did you guys do like a sole proprietorship? Did you do a limited partnership? Like business wise, what did you do?
We register as a limited liability company.
Okay.
So what we decided to do, we decided to have, of course, buy shares, and she has more shares in the company than I do.
Okay.
I didn't think a 50-50 is necessary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we also allocated some shares to our kids.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So, but she has more
Of the shares.
shares than anybody else in the family. So it doesn't really matter to me. Really.
Yeah.
Okay.
To
To be fair, it's her field. So.
Yes.
Exactly. So you felt like it was the kind of
It was just natural.
And also working together, she is very good with sales and marketing.
Yeah.
And of course, creating the products. I'm the organized type. I want everything to be by the book. I want us to pay taxes and the correct taxes,
Okay.
not
Not the type.
doctor anything. I want us to structure the company properly. I want us to do things properly, not like a one-man business. So from day one, I said, okay, if I have to do this with you, we have to do it my way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and she said, no problem. I mean, I just want to sell and market and create product. I say, you can do that, but you have to do it under certain guidelines,
Okay.
which I have to really put down. And we agree. And that's how we work from day one up till today.
Oh, that's
Okay.
interesting.
I mean, so we're basically saying that you're married, you can invest with your partner. So coming to you, Shil, how natural was it for you? I mean, I'm your friend, so I would know that you have an investment with your boyfriend.
No, let her tell us. We're not our friends. How we don't know now.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I would
wait,
say,
wait,
okay,
wait,
but
wait.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
you have invested with your boyfriend. You're
Yeah.
seeing someone.
Yes.
You're in a
You've been seeing-
relationship.
Yes.
A committed relationship.
Very
You've been seeing
committed.
someone for
Yes.
a while.
Yes.
You want to tell us how long? No. Okay. Don't tell us. No, it's okay. She doesn't want. She was like,
No, it's fine. I can.
Tell
It's
us how
been-
long have you been?
I mean, since I was 18, I'm 26 now, so that's about 8 years.
Wow.
close your mouth.
Wow. We love
That's
it.
enough.
We love
Ambulance.
it.
Wow,
we love it.
wow. Relax. I get it. Okay. It's
Yeah, so 8 years.
all
Yes.
right. That's a long
8
time.
years, 8 years in. So what were like how will I put this?
How did you?
What were
end
the
up
grounds?
investing,
Like did you
with
who
your
came up
partner?
with the idea to
Okay. So
Wait, first, what kind of investment do you have for your partner?
We
Is it
have-
like mutual funds. Is it like a?
no, we have a house together.
Okay.
I need you
Nice.
to speak up, baby.
We have a house.
I
A
don't
little
think they
bit too low
I don't think they had you in the
for
back.
the
For the people at the back, you bought a house with your boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay. What were your parents?
Sorry.
Your parents. What did they say?
Congratulations.
Oh my
You know what? Tell me. How
I
did
love
you get, How
it.
did you get here? Like,
Okay.
how
I
did
love
you-
it.
Okay. So there's a plan that was advertised to me, and it's a mortgage plan. I'm
By which
currently
company?
by Mixta Real Estate.
Okay,
Ooh.
nice. Okay.
Okay, well,
Just
first,
put in that.
Tell us. Okay,
yeah.
you know what? Tell us this first. Then we'll come back and talk about the plan and
Yes,
the product. Tell
yeah.
us about the journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the journey to getting him to invest with me.
Both of you buying the house.
Okay, buying the house. Okay, so there was an opening.
Yeah.
There's a plan called Mixta Flex by
Okay.
Mixta Real Estate.
Mhm.
And you can buy a house with a mortgage loan. You can pay for up to 25 years.
Okay.
So I'm currently in paid employment, and I've been remitting towards that scheme for a couple of months
That's
now.
the NHF.
Yes, the NHF.
Okay.
So I was like, there's a house and we can pay over 25 years. Like I
You're in
think we
paid
should.
employment.
Yeah, I'm in paid employment.
Everything was just checking.
Yeah,
checking.
it was.
How much was your? I know if you're taking like a mortgage, generally you have to put down a certain amount, like a down payment.
Yes. So far we've paid about. So the house was about 16 at the time,
Okay.
and we've paid about 10 million.
Oh, how long have you guys?
No, we've paid about 8 million.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
50
So
way.
yes. So
Halfway.
we're waiting for the mortgage to come out so that we can pay off the outstanding.
And then
of-
you pay back to the mortgage.
Yes, and then
Okay.
the repayment
Okay.
every month.
Just for clarity, I don't know if our listeners know how mortgages work, but it's more or less a scheme by financial institutions where they loan you money. So you, for example, buy a house from a developer. They give you terms to repay. They would also give you like an interest rate as well. But Seun's scheme is government backed.
Yes.
It's by the Nigerian Housing Fund.
Yes.
So it's a plan where you can borrow up to about 15 million naira and you pay back over either 30 years.
25.
25 is the
25?
maximum.
Yeah.
My
but
bad.
till retirement.
Okay, or
Yeah.
whichever comes first, basically.
Mhm.
And so, what was the conversation like?
So the conversation was like, look, there's this house I found, and I think we should invest in it because real estate is a gift that's always giving.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's at Lakowe, but it's around Lagos New Town. That area is rapidly developing. So like, why not key into it? We don't have to live there. We can always get rental income from
Okay.
this, and if we're tired, we can eventually sell for something more.
Yeah.
Do you get? So I put it to him like that, and he said, I'll think about it, and I said it again, and I said it again, and then he was like, do I really want this house? And I said yes, and I think it will be a very good first investment. And he said, you know what, let's pay for it, and that's
So
how
you
it
went to
was.
check, or like you guys had like a? Do you guys have like a pool together of funds?
Yes, we
You
did.
already had a pool.
Yes.
Of funds.
Yes.
So even though this is the first investment you made together, which
Mhm.
happened to be a house, you guys had been collectively pulling money together?
Um.
Or you started pulling money together when you realized you wanted to buy the house together?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So
we don't.
it was just like your idea.
It was my idea, but it's not. It's not
A
exactly.
pool.
No, when I say
No, no,
pool, I
no.
don't mean like,
Both
I
of
mean like
them.
both of you in one account.
No.
No.
Okay, what do you, okay.
So, I said this is how much it is. So we made an agreement that you know what, I will pay upfront for
The house.
part of the house. That's
Okay.
like the 8 million, and then when the mortgage comes out, I will be the one paying the mortgage.
Okay. That's a nice.
Okay,
yes.
okay. So
That's a
he
very
paid like the
nice-
Yeah,
equity
because
portion.
it will be more flexible for me because
'Cause you
You just
every
take it from
month
your salary.
exactly.
Take it from your
Yeah.
salary. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a nice investment.
That is very interesting. What did his
Yeah.
parents say?
I
They are
don't.
not aware. Are they
Yeah,
aware?
I'm not quite sure, but I told my parents, and my mom thought it was a good idea. My dad also thought it was a good idea for a first investment
Yeah.
With your boyfriend.
with my boyfriend.
Yeah, so just to ask Mr. David,
I'm
just
I'm
curious,
like-
right? Would you invest with your girlfriend?
He has a business with his wife.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean
I
his
mean-
wife, it's different.
It depends.
Yeah.
So yes, if there's a prospect there,
Yeah.
definitely, most definitely.
Well,
So
how-
definitely I'm sure Seun sees there's a
Do you
prospect.
do you feel like, what if, God forbid, you break up? What happens?
Okay, so ultimately, because I feel like he should be the one scared because
Yeah.
the mortgage is in my
Your
name, the
name.
deed is in my name.
Everything
So-
about the property.
So you
is
guys
in
invite
name.
together. I bought you a house.
No,
That's what you're
no.
about. You're both
So
bought you a
everything
house.
is
That's what you
actually
did.
in my name. So he should be the one scared. But we agreed that once we get the money and then also
Sort out everything.
sort out everything,
You do a name
we're gonna
change.
draft an agreement that we're
Oh.
joint owners.
Mhm.
The deed is in my name, obviously, but as soon as we pay off the mortgage, it's going to change to this and that.
Okay, what I want to ask you is the product that you bought, did they not let you have two names?
No, so
No.
for mortgage you can't do joint.
Oh, okay.
You can't do joint ownership.
So it has to be.
Yeah, it has
just
to
one
be the person that is servicing the loan that can have the property.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because
That's
it is a
very
government
interesting.
owned.
Okay, so it
Fund.
literally has to be.
So yeah, it
what
has
I
to
wanna
be one
ask is,
person.
if your company, so what I'm trying to find out now, what if both of you set up a company and the company wanted to buy a house?
Yeah.
Can the company buy the house? Is this something that's happened? Is something that happens? Or
Ye-
this is
So just to clarify
So,
your
for
question, are you
example,
saying with
I'm-
mortgage or like buy
no,
a
like
house?
with this like product that you
Scheme.
bought, like this scheme. So mortgage. So for example, if I marry you, like we get married to Ore and Norma Mixta
Yeah.
Africa, for example, I would want to buy a house. Can the company that we set up?
So I
because
don't think a company can remit to NHF. It has to be an
it has to be an individual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
So the company can register to want to remit, but you're registering for your staff.
Oh.
So one person cannot say, I'm a company and I
And I
register. I
and
mean,
I-
self-employed people do it.
I was going to just get to
but
that.
they
like-
still have to do it in their name.
Okay.
Do you
Not in the
understand?
company
It
name,
still
okay.
has to be an individual.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
both of you have the opinion that it's a great idea to
Yeah.
invest with your partners business-wise. Do you consider the risks in this?
You know what? If you can set up a business with a friend that you've known for 5 years and you're not scared, why not with your partner that for me, that I've known over the years, we practically grew up together. I knew him when I was 13, but we started dating when I was 18. So this person is more or less my family already.
Yeah.
So I
There
guess
was no second guessing.
yeah,
for you.
but yeah, things happen,
Yeah.
and even as you invest, you should also make, I don't know, don't leave too much room for loopholes. Just,
Okay.
just
You think we should plug as much as
exactly.
possible?
But my first thought is not that we're gonna break up or
Yeah,
anything. But
yeah.
if that does happen, I'm gonna have it back in because
Yeah.
I'm also thinking with my head.
And not your
How
house.
about you?
What you put? What you
How
bought
about
your
you,
house?
Mr. David?
What's the name?
So for me, I don't think about breakout really.
That's a great way to think.
You know,
You've been married for how
so
long, please?
for 2009. I
Nice.
never thought
It didn't work out to you.
it
I'm
doesn't.
sure. I think your perspective is more misunderstanding can happen, but not breakup.
I mean, we have misunderstanding.
Of course,
we had
everybody
like
has
as
misunderstanding.
early as this morning.
Is that as early as this? one?
Yeah, I mean,
Just to
to let
put that
you
out
know.
there.
so I mean, it happens. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we're individuals.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean, we don't
Inevitable.
we try to be very honest with each other. I mean, it's like living a lie when you think that my opinion will always align with hers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or her opinion will always align with mine. So my wife is very independent minded,
Okay.
which is what I like, So but at the same time, because everything that we have to do, probably because we home businesses together, everything we have to practically sell it.
Okay.
So you can't come to her and say, you have to do this. No. I mean,
Still boss.
she's not that kind of a person. She's not like a pushover that you have to,
Oh,
because
okay.
she's very intelligent. You have to actually practically sell everything to her
Okay.
and say, okay, we have to do this. These are the benefits. These are the benefits. So if I want to say something, if I don't know details, I don't talk to her about
Yeah.
it.
Work. Okay. Is this the first business that you both have together?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Is this
yes.
the only business you guys have together?
Yes. So this businesses are being extremely tough to run.
Oh.
So
So you both do day-to-day running?
day-to-day running, full time,
Hmm.
24/7.
Oh.
We don't do anything else. This is exactly what we do.
Okay.
Yes.
You were saying something, Amma.
Was I? I was gonna ask. My question was actually to you. Funny
Okay.
enough, I mean, we have two people here that are of the opinion that they don't mind investing. What is your take?
I'm not a guest on the show, but I would say definitely, like Seun said, you want to use your head a bit.
Yeah.
I think you should, not just with partners, but with friends, but with people that you meet on the road. You want to do a bit of due diligence. And I think a lot of things that something women do a lot is that they sort of ascribe a lot of weight to things that have not proven that they can support the weight. If you're in a relationship, I don't know that you want to invest with someone and then it goes bad. And then that sort of is the beginning of why the relationship begins to go bad, because both of you have lost money, especially if it's you that provided the avenue for the investment. You need to realize that sometimes you need to gauge the weight of certain things before you try and put load on them.
Yeah.
And I think that's something a lot of women don't do. We just kind of jump into certain things, and men as well. So it's not just women. Or someone comes and say, well, you know what, you're saying someone is like, I have a great business idea. I'm going to need $5 million to start up.
To be fair, you can't. It depends on how it is sold to them. So
that's why you have to.
You have to do your due diligence, exactly. But continue.
And then when you're like, oh, I need $5 million, and you work in the bank, you can take a loan.
Yeah.
And this is going to turn back on that. In fact, in 2 years, we're going to be rolling in cash. And you're like, take the money now. What's there? And you're like, I feel like if you have reluctance, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like off the top.
I mean, if you
need to be
I agree.
convinced, I don't think you should go ahead with it.
And that's why I like Mr. David's story. Like he said, it was like a no-brainer. You just went in.
Like, look, he's like, I quit my job, I started doing this, and it was a natural progression. Yeah. For a lot of people, it might be a gun to your head. It might not be a natural progression. Yeah. And you want to be careful about that. Yeah. So like when it comes to investing, and also I feel like you should lean on the law a bit.
Yeah.
She's doing an agreement once the deed comes out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a house. You can't split it down the middle. So
no,
I guess,
you can't.
You can sell and split the profit, but you want to, as much as possible,
just
protect yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that people do not do as well.
Yeah.
They don't lean on the law. When you make investments, you don't put some people don't put their names on the deed. Some people just entrust all of the things to their partners, and it sort of puts you at a disadvantage. So if you are interested in investing with partners, I think you must really, first and foremost, and I know it sounds terrible, but you need to do due diligence. You need to use your head a lot. You need to seek counsel, because the multitude of counsel is wisdom. Yeah. So that's my stand on that.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think? I'm sure you are happy to. I'm sure you're just like, yes.
No, I totally agree with you. Like you said, like everybody has to do their due diligence. It's not just about owning it. It's not just about having an investment. It's about doing your own due diligence and seeing, okay, like you said, if I am not in the, how will I put it? Like, if I'm not comfortable about this particular thing, it's not because my partner is saying it's a good idea. But if my mind and my body doesn't sit with it, why am I going forward with it? Right? So you do your due diligence, seek counsel, and if it's something you want to go ahead with, why not?
Oh, okay.
So I'm for it, actually.
Okay.
But just to ask, right? Would you do more investments with your partner?
Okay. Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean they.
You're in business.
Like what else?
Which more?
What else?
There are lots. some other investment we've done. I
Yeah.
can talk about them.
Oh, okay.
Be here, but we've done a couple of other investments together. We've done investments that failed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Of
you know
course.
what? I actually want to touch on that because I think that's something a lot of people don't talk about. They don't
Yeah.
talk about successful.
Yeah, no, we have to
investments.
touch on.
So when you say investments that failed, like tell us about it.
Okay,
Maybe not a
so-
lot, but just a bit.
No, let me tell you one of them.
Okay, one of them.
yes.
is more than
Please, one. No,
But
you
tell
can
us-
actually give us one.
Tell us one.
But
I can
let
tell
me
you
ask
one.
you before you go.
Yes.
When you say one, who was the person that brought in the investment?
We both just
Both
Okay,
of
we
saw it.
both
See,
saw
the
it.
funny thing
Yeah.
is we often think about
same.
business idea,
Yeah.
Okay.
like together. I mean, she will come and say, "Oh, I think we should do." I say, "Yes, we should do this," and they say,
Good idea,
"Yes."
both of you.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So it's like you guys are in sync.
Feeding off each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I say, "Oh,
Fantastic.
you thinking? Oh, I'm thinking
That's a
about
great
it
thing,
too."
actually.
That's really good.
And she
Yeah.
said, "Okay, look, so let's do it." Now the problem is, there's nothing wrong with the business, but like you said, we didn't do our
Due diligence.
We
Yeah.
didn't- you need to research
Okay.
the business, know what you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
know what is required, for you to get on the business. But we didn't do that. It was called we call it OTA, over the air, the online travel agency,
Oh,
Okay.
whereby you go on like Wakana kind of thing.
Okay.
So we decided to do it, and I think we invested a lot of money, and
It just didn't come back.
it just didn't come back.
Wow.
What would you say was the reason why you guys didn't have?
We
time
didn't
to
we
run
didn't
it?
know much.
You didn't know much about the business.
But was I think it was the third or the fourth year,
Mm.
into the business that we decided to do. We were too young,
Yeah.
as a business to be able to handle the responsibility, attached to such.
Is this a business that you consider going back? Second investment you consider making
No,
now?
right now, think about it
He
now.
said no.
No,
It's
now.
like N-O.
I've seen enough.
Don't-
Immediately.
Yes,
Don't
no,
stress it.
we can't do that anymore. So we will probably take a different trajectory now,
Oh, okay.
in terms of growing the business.
Oh, okay.
Because that was our strategy for growing the business at the time.
Okay, the business has
So
grown.
yes, so we said, okay, now if we have to grow, not
That's
that
it.
way.
Okay, great. So I know you guys don't hide from your partners. You said that you're not going to hide, like, investments and what have you. But Seun, you have a house. Do you know of anyone who's had to buy a house and it's like, not shared this with their partner? Or...
Okay, actually, my mom did tell me a story that when she was about purchasing one of her houses, she was advised not to tell
By who?
her dad. I don't know.
Or maybe her parents of that time.
Her parents were dead.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
so it's
sorry
Hawaii.
about that.
Well, people that told her not to tell her husband?
Yeah.
Probably friends.
Yeah. The reason she gave was because, he might think that, that was a long time ago. Everybody's like all for women now. He might think that
She has more money.
Exactly. You have more
Did
money.
he have houses at the time?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
But I don't know why. I don't know why.
Do you
I mean, like you said, now people are more for women. So maybe then it was like a taboo.
Yeah.
Like,
not really like a taboo,
but
but
it's
just like,
it
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like you
yeah,
want to.
like not to take
exactly.
a place of a man or you have a house. Are you trying to compete
Yeah,
with me? But I don't think my dad ever viewed it like that because when she even did eventually tell, he was very happy for her
bless.
and all of that. But now I think that maybe one of the reasons why people might not want to tell their partners, maybe trust issues. And like you said, anwaye, the people that actually you think that mean you well, but because why would you not want to tell someone that is
You're doing life with.
yes, your life? Like, why would you want to hide such a huge investment that they can benefit from, you can benefit
The
from,
family can
the children
benefit from.
can benefit from. So I ultimately think
Regardless.
maybe trust issues and just trust issues because why not,
Okay. Do you know?
And sometimes, I mean, families, the background where people come from, how they grow up,
Yeah.
they
Okay.
view
That's
women
true.
differently.
This is true.
Yes, so they look at a woman as, I mean,
Less than.
you can't be accomplished.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you shouldn't be on a certain level. You shouldn't be bigger than your husband.
Okay.
You shouldn't be better than your husband and
Your
all
job
that.
is in the kitchen.
Yes,
The
that
other
kind of thing. So, I mean, that kind of affects, and I say this to people a lot. Anytime people sit me down, or I have conversation of this kind with people in terms
Okay.
of how do you get to do business with your wife, and some people say, "Oh God, I can't even stand it." And my wife, that I would say something. I said, "Look, when it comes to doing stuff with your wife, it's not so much about that you are the husband. The husband thing does not exist because my wife tells me, I want that to be done within so time. And she will say it like the boss.
Okay.
And I have to
So why
not
do you
be
feel-
hungry. So people, because of stuff like that, people don't want to like, be honest with what their achievements.
Yeah.
Women hide their achievements, even when they are more brilliant. Because you have some women who are more brilliant than their husband, who are more, accomplished, who do more, who can reach out for
So
more.
sorry. Do you think maybe, because you just made a point, do you think maybe sometimes it might not even be family or someone telling you? Do you think sometimes women might do it, or I'm just saying women because that's what we started with.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just to like, I don't know how to say, maybe to please the
To
man's
manage the
ego,
relationship.
so he doesn't like flare up and
I think at the end of the day, it still boils down to understanding the person you're with.
Yeah.
Right. So, there's a lot, like you said, maybe you want to massage your man's ego and everything. But from Mr. Davis' relationship with his wife, you can see there's a lot of understanding.
Yeah.
And it's more of, we're partners. Yeah, we're married, but we run a business. So we're taking that out of what we're doing and we're running this together.
But can
as
you really
partners.
take it? I think because he respects her as a person, irrespective of his wife, he can work with her.
Yeah, not
And
everybody.
it's not-
It's not respect their wives.
Then it's
So they can't work with them.
it's
Yeah.
a their
I think
problem.
that's the
Do you
yes,
understand?
I
It's
think-
actually
I
it's a
think-
their
then,
problem.
Exactly.
let's not just some women too don't respect their husbands.
And they don't work
Exactly.
with them too. Like the women that say,
Exactly.
no, I can't even tell him because look, I don't think you know what to do.
It's not even about that. Some women will be like, I can't even tell him because maybe, I feel like I already earn more than him. If I tell him, he'll want to overtake. Because, some men too, they can be
Exactly.
you tell them one thing and next thing they want to
So
own
what
it.
I want to ask you is that person in that situation, is that not a wise thing to do to then hide it? If you already know the person is trying to grab it from you and you've worked for it. Aside the fact that they're your husband, you've just said that some people you tell them things and they want to take it from you. Is the logical thing to do then not to hide this information? Well, they are taking deep breaths.
Wait, like
Not like I was like,
I mean, well, for me, if you say the logical thing, yes, is to. I think the like I said, at the end of the day, it boils down to understanding your partner.
I was about to emphasize that.
It
And then
boils
if
down
you
to
already
understanding
understand
your
that, that's the
partner.
kind of
And if
person
you
you
think
marry.
you need
And
to
then
hide
you know
it,
what?
If you
Before
understand
get
that your
married,
partner is
please know who
someone
your
then that's
partner
where next
is.
of kin comes in.
Exactly.
If you know that, okay, I cannot tell my husband, make sure that, okay, along the line, you tell someone in the family, because it doesn't make, to me, I don't think it makes sense how someone would die. You don't know the person has something.
Okay,
It's just
guys.
like, it's not.
And then again, before you get married, also do your due diligence. It's an investment. Marriage is not.
It is.
I'm sorry, I'm not married though. I'm just saying.
But you have a
But
house
you
with your
clearly know what
boyfriend.
you want. So
You have a
I'm
house
just
with your
saying because
boyfriend,
you don't
so
want
might
to
as
get
well
married
be
to
married.
someone that you have to hide stuff
Yeah,
from.
You know.
avoid it. I will personally advise if you have to marry somebody that you have to hide
something
stuff
from.
from.
Maybe you shouldn't
no.
get married.
Yeah.
Okay. But I want to ask you, because you did mention that this is property that you can sell down the road,
for
or
rental income.
Also rental income.
Yeah.
How what's the splitting ratio like? How are you guys looking to? Have you started collecting rent?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Look at me and she.
I don't know. I was going to say your house, but also like you're thinking of you're going to make money off of this investment.
Mhm.
How do you split?
Equally.
Yeah,
Yes.
What do you mean by equally?
50 over
50.
50.
Really?
So
Yes.
Okay.
even if you feel like, I mean, you're the one paying the mortgage, so time value of money is going to cost you more in the long run.
Yeah.
You're going to have to fix it like in your job.
You
to
know
continue
what?
to
Now
pay
that
this.
you say it this way, it's a lot to consider. But I do not plan on paying the mortgage for
that long,
25
25
Yeah.
years.
Okay.
But do you think he would chip in for the mortgage payments? Maybe
Definitely.
sometimes.
He's
So
after
he's
I
paying
project
more.
it. I mean, he's paying more. Yeah, I want to share 50-50 with
Well,
you. Girl.
Girl.
Kumata.
Don't
Girl.
matter. It
I
doesn't
mean, you're the
matter.
lady.
Do you get?
What does that
I should be
mean?
treated
Anything?
like one.
It's 2022. But
Okay, so Mr. David.
You both have a business together.
Yeah.
How do you split profits?
50-50.
50-50?
Oh, really? So when you say, okay, now this is very interesting because I want to ask a few questions. But first of all, it's a business that's an entity separate from both of you. Because you
Yes,
know how
yes.
corporate is like corporate
Yes,
bill, you can't
yes.
pierce it, so on and so forth. So are you saying 50-50 as in profit sharing at the end of the year, or 50-50 you pay yourselves the same salary, or you have like a pipeline for funding of the house from this? Like, what was it like?
Okay, so this is the way we collect the same salary. The
Okay.
salary that I collect is salary
Okay.
that she collects. So when
Okay.
I get an increase, she gets an increase.
Nice.
Okay.
So when it comes
Even
to
when
the house,
even when you guys maybe one person has done more work than the other person.
that scenario never
It doesn't
really-
work because they do different things, but they work.
because
Okay.
everybody
Sorry.
understands their responsibility. So if I
Okay.
drop the ball, it's gonna affect her.
Her and if she drops the
Okay.
ball,
It's gonna
okay.
affect me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I mean, and you have people to pay, not
You
just
do have people to pay. You guys have a large team. How many are you now?
I
20?
think we're 20. 21
Nice.
now.
Okay.
Well done.
Employers of labor, thank you. Okay.
So with regards to the domestic part of the whole thing, I put the money that I'm supposed to give for the house,
Okay.
for food and all that, and she chip in whatever she wants to chip in, and
Nice.
Because the
most
reason I
of the
ask
time-
is because sorry to cut you short, but both of you, because you had mentioned that both of you don't do anything else. Like you both do this business. That's what I was asking. Like, so from your salaries, then you put aside on how you want to spend it on the household.
Yes, so we do most of the time we do 50-50 actually
That's nice.
Oh, okay.
for the house. So she brings 50, bring 50%. So we'll put that's food and whatever it is that we need for the home and all that. Then you get to do whatever you want with the rest of the salary by yourself. So basically we decide to come up with that, that look, we should have something you can put together and say, okay, this is for the house, for the
Okay.
food, for taking care of things, for
Okay.
making sure the house runs, and the rest should be whatever it is you want.
Okay, it feels like both our guests are huge on transparency.
Very
they are not,
huge.
you guys are not hiding anything from your partners at all.
At
like
all.
you're in business, you bought a house. But do you, I think you would know people who, we always hear of people who, hide investment from partners, they buy a house and don't. In fact, when the men die, their wives realize like this guy's a rich man. That happens a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible in my case because she knows my net worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know her net worth.
Yeah.
So I don't even
You guys
know.
are just big on transparency.
Exactly.
It's
So-
like this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is
Exactly.
what you're bringing to the
So
table.
if
Nice.
she needs to do, because sometimes we do try to do an investment, but when we do an investment, it's also together. Maybe you want to invest in stock market. It's the same thing. We don't have investment in stock market though. Whatever kind of investment, because we have a couple of other investments.
Okay.
We always have to do it together.
When you say couple, what kind?
You
You say you have a couple together, what kind?
financial investments, if you want to invest in another venture, we have to do it together.
Oh, okay.
So basically,
I like that.
You know.
And you're clearly you can't even hide it. Your name is on the deed. You're not hiding anything from your partner, are you?
But do you think your boyfriend's hiding anything from you?
Excuse you, what's this?
It's just a question.
I think- I don't
we're
think-
talking about transparency here. And Mr.
But she's
David,
the one that's here.
and yeah, she's the one that's here. But I mean, she would know.
How would you know if they're hiding? That's literally the concept.
Do you
It's something
think?
hidden, you
That,
can't
okay,
know.
yes, you can't know. But do you think that your boyfriend has a couple of investments that you're not aware of?
Wahala.
Not.
You should
I
hope
mean-
not. Okay, no problem.
Sorry. Do I have?
Yeah, are you hiding?
No.
She had to give the
She's
facial
like-
expression so
like,
that when he
no.
watches it,
So she's like,
no,
no.
baby, no.
I don't have. You don't have. You don't
Anyways,
have.
it was so nice to have both of you
Thank you
on.
both
We really
on.
enjoyed having the conversation. It was, enlightening, and it was just nice to see that, we have people in this time and age that are still willing to go into investment with their partners, because like Ore said, a lot of people now don't want to put it out there that, okay, this is what I have in my name. This is, I don't know, for some
I
strange
didn't
reason
say
why,
that.
but
Very strange.
kudos to them. And thank you for joining us. And
Thank you both. Thank you both for
Yeah.
joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you for
So our
having us.
listeners, please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for rocking with us. Bye now.
Bye.